So good morning students. Today we will learn. Today we will discuss a new chapter, force and pressure. Okay. So I hope you all are fit, are fine at your home. So as you know, a body whose shape, size, and position is not changed at all, we can say this is a stationary body. Understood? And if a body changes its shape, size, and position, we can say this is a moving body. Okay. So how can we convert this stationary body into the moving body? How can we convert? We have to apply the push or pull effect. Okay, we have to apply the push or pull effect. Please pay attention. We have to apply the push or pull effect. Understood? What is push and what is pull effect? Push, we can say, exert a force away from yourself. Exert a force, exert a force away from yourself. Understood? And what is a pull effect? Exert a force toward yourself. Exert a force toward yourself. Okay. Suppose that if I am pushing this body, so I am exerting a force away from myself. Okay, I am pushing a force away from myself. Okay, and if I am pulling this body, so I am exerting a force toward myself. I am trying to get the body toward myself. Okay, to fetch the body toward myself. So we have to apply the force. We have to apply the force on stationary body. It may be push or pull effect. It may be push or pull effect, which will give the result the body will convert into the moving body. Understood? So this push or pull effect, this pull or pull effect is commonly known as force. This push or pull effect is commonly known as force. Understood? This pull or pull effect commonly known as force. So some force you are directly observing, some force you can observe directly, but some force you can't observe, means either force is working or not. Okay, some force you can see directly that force is working or not, but some various forces you can't see. Okay, you just feel. Okay, like there are various types of force which you can see directly, and there are various types of force which you can't see. Okay, only you can feel. Okay, so like like if you have a body, if you have a body, okay, if you have a body and if you have a body and you suspended that body with the help of a string, and you hold by your hand. So you observe that you you feel or you observe that a force which is acting downward direction, okay, and you are going to hold this solid body, and if you apply the force and if the weight of the body is equal, then we can say this body will comes stationary position. Okay, if this force is increased, okay, if this force is increased, the body will fall down, and if this force is increased, the body will goes upside. Understood? If the force is equal, we can say this will suspended with this body is suspended in the air, okay, in the air, suspended. Understood? So this force you are directly observing, instead of this solid, if you take much heavier than this solid, what will you observe? If you take a big solid piece, if you take a big solid piece, okay, so you are unable to pull this solid, you are unable to pull this solid because the weight is much higher than applied force, so it is very tough to lift the body. Okay, so here you are directly observing the force, you are applying force and you are observing this, either I am able to lift this body or not. Okay, this force you are able to observe directly, but some force are very difficult to identify either the force is working or not. Okay, what are they? So these force is applied by the living beings, understood? These force are applied by the living beings. If I asked to you, can non-living beings can also apply the force? क्या नॉन लिविंग बींग्स भी फोर्स अप्लाई कर सकते हैं? व्हाट इज योर आंसर? यस, योर आंसर इज यस, नॉन लिविंग बींग्स भी क्या करते हैं? फोर्स को अप्लाई कर सकते हैं। कैसे? जस्ट प्लीज सी हाउ, like if a storm come, okay, like storm come, एक आंधी आती है, understood, and you are standing here, so you observe that and you feel that a force is acting on your body. Okay, a force is acting on your body, so this is a non-living air, and air is also applying a force. Okay, so living being can also apply force as well as non-living. Okay, understood? Like if you suspend a body in the air and tie the rope with a non-living things, like एक आपने स्ट्रिंग लिया और उसी को कहीं पे बांध दिया, ओके, उसको बांध दिया एंड सस्पेंड कर दिया, और आप देखेंगे कि ये बॉडी गिर नहीं रही, ये बॉडी फॉल डाउन नहीं हो रहा है। तो ये बॉडी फॉल डाउन नहीं हो रहा है, इट मींस ये स्ट्रिंग, इट मींस ये जो सरफेस है, अंडरस्टूड, ये सरफेस जो है क्या कर रहा है? इस बॉडी पे फोर्स लगा रहा है, अंडरस्टूड, एंड दैट फोर्स इज इक्वल टू इट्स वेट। सो वी कैन से कि नॉन लिविंग बींग्स भी क्या कर रही है? आपके फोर्स अप्लाई कर रही है, अंडरस्टूड। जैसे आपने देखा होगा कि आप क्या करते हैं, आप एक कंघी को अपने बाल पे क्या करते हैं? स्क्रैच करते हैं, ऐसे रब करते हैं, है ना, रब करते हैं आप, अंडरस्टूड। एंड आफ्टर सम टाइम व्हाट विल यू ऑब्जर्व? द paper pieces which are very teeny is attracted toward this comb, so this is also a non-living, and this is also a non-living, and this non-living is attracting these teeny particles of paper toward itself. So hence we can say non-living beings also apply force, non-living beings can also apply force. Okay, like there are various types of example, like you have a beaker and you put a ball into the beaker which filled by the water. Okay, water. So if you sink this ball, after some time what will you observe? This ball rises up and this ball is try to escape from the liquid and it will come on the surface. So we can say this is a non-living. Okay, this is a non-living, and non-living being also can apply the force. So these are the various example. So what we learn that if non-living beings can apply force, so similarly non-living beings can also apply the force. If living being can apply the force, as well as non-living being can also apply the force, understood? So if I am going to write the definition of force, what is the definition of force and how can we define the force? So how a force is a cause, we can say force is a cause, or we can say what is the cause? Cause is push or pull effect. Understood? A force is a cause, we can say push or pull, which tends to result which tends to result which tends to result which tends to result in movement or change in size, in movement or change in size, or change in size. Understood? Change in size or shape of the body, we can say also shape of the body, shape of the body. Okay, we can define like that, or we can define also in another word. How can we define? Force is that cause, we can say force is that cause which changes the state of body, which changes the state of body, either state of rest or state of motion. Okay, either state of rest or state of motion. Understood? Or changes the size or shape of the body, or changes the size and shape of the body. Okay, so we can define force in following terms. Okay, so force is a cause or push or pull effect which tends to result in movement or change in size or shape of the body. Okay, if we apply force, if anything which is responsible for changing in size or shape of the body, we can say this is a force. Understood? If this body is looking like this, and after some time this look like this, so this body and this body shape is different, the shape is not equal to shape 2, shape 1 is not equal to shape 2, and this body, okay, body is same, body is equal to body, means body is same. Understood? But shape is not same. So a factor which is responsible to bring the change, okay, a factor which is responsible to bring the change, we can say that is force. Understood? I hope you are getting. Understood? And in other words, we can say force is that cause which changes the state of the body. If I am applying a factor, okay, I don't know what is the factor. Okay, if I am applying a factor and this body moves, understood? This body moves, or this body comes in motion. Okay, this body comes in motion. So I can define the factor which is responsible to move the body or to come in the motion. Okay, the factor which is responsible, these two reasons, I can say this is a force. Okay, and suppose the body in motion and I am applying a factor and this body suddenly stopped, okay, so we can predict this is a force. Okay, so we can define force in the following two definition. Understood? So some basic things, we can say the basic points that we have to know while we are reading or while we are studying the force. Okay, what are they? I am mentioning. Okay, what are they? I am mentioning. Okay, force, you can say note. Understood? Force does not change the mass of the body. Okay, force does not change the mass of the body. Understood? Okay, force never change the mass of the body. Okay, okay, so we cannot see a force, however we can see or feel the effect of a force. Okay, we can say we cannot see the force, however we can see or we can see or feel the effect of force. Understood? Second point is force does not change the mass of the body. Okay, force never change the mass of the body. Second point is that we cannot see the force. हम force को देख नहीं सकते हैं, लेकिन we can see और feel the effect of force. हम उसके effect को क्या कर सकते हैं, सिर्फ देख सकते हैं, feel कर सकते हैं. Understood? A force is expressed by stating both its magnitude and direction. Okay, a force is represented or is expressed by stating both by its magnitude or its direction. Understood? If I am writing the force, so we have to write the magnitude as well as the direction. Okay, if I am saying that a force is applying on the body, a force F is applying on the body, so F 5 Newton, I am explaining this 5 is a magnitude. Okay, magnitude means how much force, total force, we can say total force. Understood? And we have to also mention the direction, in which direction this 5 Newton is acting. Okay, in this direction, in this direction, in this direction, in this direction. Okay, so while I am going to express the force express stating both by its magnitude or its direction. Okay, understood? I hope you are getting. Okay, so next point is the force is represented by an arrow. Okay, magnitude we are representing by this number 5 Newton, like, okay, 5 the quantity and Newton is a unit. Understood? And if we want to mention the direction, so how can we mention the direction? A force is represented by an arrow. Okay, by an arrow. A force is represented by an arrow. Okay, understood? The length of arrow is measure of its magnitude of the arrow head shows the direction. Understood? As you all know, suppose that I am okay, suppose that I am writing as you all know what is magnitude and what is direction and what is arrow. You all know force is represented by an arrow. Okay, by an arrow. The length of an arrow, okay, I am writing the length of an arrow, the length of an arrow is a measure of its magnitude, okay, magnitude, and the arrowhead shows the direction, and the arrowhead shows the direction. Okay, so while we are discussing the force, we have to feed these points in our mind. Okay, force does not change the mass of the body. We cannot see the force, however we can see or feel the effect of the force. A force is expressed by stating both by its magnitude or its direction. Okay, a force is represented by an arrow. The length of an arrow is measured of its magnitude and the arrowhead shows the direction. Okay, so these points we have to remember or feed in our mind while we are going to discuss the force. Okay, next thing is, what is the SI unit of force? What is the SI unit of the force? So what is the SI unit of the force? So I'm going to rough. Okay, what is the SI unit of force? Okay, the SI unit of the force, the SI unit of the force is Newton. The SI unit of the force is Newton, and it is denoted by N. It is denoted by Newton. What is 1 Newton? If I am going to ask you what is 1 Newton, so how can you define the 1 Newton? How can you define the 1 Newton? So you can define the 1 Newton. 1 Newton. You can define the 1 Newton if the 1 kg mass, 1 kg mass, if the 1 kg mass displaces, if the 1 kg mass displaces 1 meter, 1 meter in 1 second, in 1 second, then we can say the applied force, then we can say the applied force, then we can say the applied force is 1 Newton. Okay, if 1 kg mass displaces 1 meter in 1 second. Okay, if I am applying a force and I don't know how much force I applied, if I am applying, okay, if the mass is 1 kg, if the mass is 1 kg and it displaces up to 1 meter in 1 second, so we can predict that, or we can say that I applied 1 Newton force. Understood? This is a 1 Newton force. Okay, or if this is the definition, Bookie's definition. Okay, this is the Bookie's definition. This is the Bookie's definition. If we are going to learn in another word what is actually 1 Newton, so how can we define 1 Newton? Okay, in our daily life. Okay, so as you all know, F is equal to ma, and you also know F is equal to mg. Okay, if I am applying the force, if I am, this is a body, this is a body, and you apply the force. Okay, you are pushing this body. Okay, you are pushing this body. Okay, so this force is applying by you. Okay, this force is applying by you, and if this is a earth, okay, this is a earth, and this earth is attracting various things toward itself, so how much force the earth is applying to attract these all bodies? So that force is F is equal to mg. That force is F is equal to mg. Understood? And you know what is 1 Newton? You all know 1 kgf. Understood? 1 kgf, and you can write 1 kgf, 1 kg into, here F is equal to g, mass is equal to I write. Okay, I wrote the mass. And what is G? G is equal to F. Okay, so F is equal to 9.8. Understood? 9.8 meter per second square. Meter per second square. Okay, so I am getting 9.8 kilogram meter per second square. Understood? Kilogram meter per second square. 1 kgf is equal to, we can write 1 kgf is equal to 9.8 kilogram meter per second square. And this kilogram meter per second square, this kilogram meter per second square is termed as Newton. Is termed as Newton. Is termed as Newton. Understood? So we can write 1 kgf. We can write 1 kgf is equal to 9.8 Newton. Can we write like this? Okay, because we know kilogram meter per second square is equal to Newton. So we can write 9.8 Newton. 1 kgf is equal to 9.8 Newton. Okay, understood? And if I am asking to you what is 1 Newton, just calculate the what is 1 Newton. Okay, from above. Okay, from above, how can you calculate the 1 Newton? You can calculate the 1 Newton. 1 Newton is equal to 1 Newton is equal to 1 kgf upon 9.8 Newton. Understood? 9.8 Newton. Understood? So as you all know, what is 1 kgf? What is 1 kgf? 1 kgf is equal to 1000 gram force. We can write 1000 gram force. Okay, and divide by 9.8. Understood? Divide by 9.8. So while you calculate this, you will get 1 Newton is equal to 102.04. 102.04 gram. Okay, understood? 102.04 gram. Okay, understood? Understood? Okay, so what is 1 Newton? If you have a weighing, if you have a weighing scale, understood? If you have a weighing scale, understood? And you put 102.04 gram here. Understood? 102.04 gram here. So the force is 1 Newton. Okay, so how much force? 102 ग्राम जितना फोर्स लगाएगा. अंडरस्टूड? अगर मैं एक मेरे पास बोल दे, इस पे मैंने 102 ग्राम का एक वेट रखा. दिस इज ए वेट ऑफ 102 ग्राम. 102 ग्राम का वेट रखा, तो मैं कह सकता हूं ये 102 ग्राम कितना फोर्स लगाएगा? 1 न्यूटन. कितना लगाएगा? 1 न्यूटन. ओके, तो आई होप कि आपको समझ में आ गया 1 न्यूटन कितना होता है. जितना 102 ग्राम की बॉडी का वेट होगा उतना जो फोर्स लगाएगा उसको हम 1 न्यूटन डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. अंडरस्टूड? ओके, सो इसके बाद आपने क्या क्या पढ़ा इसमें? आपने फोर्स का इंट्रोडक्शन पढ़ा. व्हाट यू स्टडीड, व्हाट यू लर्न फ्रॉम दिस वीडियो? यू लर्न what is force, definition of force. You learned what is force. Okay, what you learned from this video, you learned the definition of force. What is force? Okay, force, who applied the force? Non-living beings can also apply the force as well as living being. Understood? Understood? You learn the definition of force. Okay, you learn the definition of force. You learn the key points means what are the key points while we are going to calculate the force. What we have to know means what are the basic things that we have to know. Means force can't change the mass of the body, we cannot see the force, however we see or feel the effect of force. A force is expressed by stating both its magnitude and its direction. Understood? Second, a force is represented by an arrow. The length of an arrow is measured of its magnitude and the arrow head shows the direction. Okay. Second thing, we discuss the SI unit of the force is Newton. Understood? Then we learn what is actually 1 Newton. Okay. 1 kilogram mass, okay, displace 1 meter in 1 second. Then we can say the force applied is 1 Newton. What is actually 1 Newton? 102. Okay, 102 ग्राम. अगर 102 ग्राम का कोई बॉडी है, जितना वो फोर्स लगा रहा है, 102 ग्राम का कोई बॉडी है, जितना वो फोर्स लगा रहा है उसको मैं कहूंगा क्या? ये 1 न्यूटन है. तो इतना हमने इससे सीखा. अंडरस्टूड? अब आते हैं कि फोर्स कितने टाइप्स के होते हैं. फोर्स कितने टाइप्स के होते हैं. ओके, सो बेसिकली आपके पास 4 टाइप्स के फोर्स होते हैं. बेसिकली यू हैव ओनली 4 टाइप्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल फोर्स. ओके, व्हाट आर दे? What are they? What are they? First is gravitational force. Gravitational force. Second one is electromagnetic force. Third one is nuclear force. And fifth one is weak force. Understood? So these are the basics 4 fundamental force which occurs in nature. First is gravitational, second is electromagnetic, third is nuclear, and fourth is weak force. Okay, we will discuss one by one. Okay, so okay, I think time is okay. So we will discuss tomorrow. Okay, what is gravitational, what is electromagnetic, what is nuclear force, what is weak force. We will discuss it tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.